Right now I want to talk about the most important thing that I learned in these last 3 years as a full-time reseller, and that has been foundational for me going full-time and generating a full-time income on eBay. And that is, all right, so we had 49 orders going out on eBay and then another 6 on Poshmark. Let's get to pulling these orders so we can find out what sold. We had these men's International Concepts floral print. These are new with tags and they sold on a best offer of $14. They were listed about a month ago. All right, and I just listed this last night. It is an Ariat flame resistant long sleeve shirt. It actually had a couple spots on the front here. Listed it for $21.95. Sold within a day for full asking price. So anytime I see these Ariat FR shirts, I always pick them up. I sold these men's Columbia canvas cargo shorts for $14, best offer, and they sold within about a month and a half. One thing I've been looking for behind the scenes is a new automation tool that I can integrate into my Poshmark closet. And I'd previously used Posher VA, which is great, but I always kept forgetting to share my items in my closet every day. So that is when Prime Lister reached out to check out their software to see if I'd liked it, and here are the results. So by using Prime Lister's automation tool, it helped me generate over $12,000 in sales just by cross-listing my stuff from eBay onto Poshmark and using Prime Lister's auto sharing feature. The number one reason why I like their automation tool is because it's cloud-based. I don't need to be setting the share button every day. I can schedule the time on which I want my items shared, and it takes care of the rest. So in their sharing tool, you're able to share, community share, relist, offers to likers, party share, return to follow, and so much more to help keep you active in your Poshmark closet, because that is one of the most important things to generating sales on Poshmark is being active. Among other things, Prime Lister offers a cross-listing tool as well. If you want to check that out right now, they're offering a 14-day free trial. You could check it out, link down below, sign up, see if you like it, and I guarantee you're going to start making more sales by just using some of their features. And I sold this Peter Millar Summer Comfort Polo. It is a size extra large, and I just listed this last week, and it sold for $22 plus shipping. So I want to get into the 3 things that I've learned since being a full-time reseller on eBay. It's been about 3.5 years now. Our first year we did about $30,000. It's kind of like a half a year, and I was still learning. Second year, full-time, we did $178,000. Last year we did $177,000, and then this year we are on pace to do about $140,000 on eBay and Poshmark. So I want to distill the things that I've learned. I narrowed it down to the top 3, which I think can be very helpful for people that are wanting to do this full-time. So the first one being, treat it like a business. And what I mean by that is, if you're not treating your eBay business or your reselling business like an actual business, then it's going to be very difficult to get those full-time results. And you got to ask, well, how does a business work? Businesses are guided by what is called standard operating procedures, meaning that to have a successful business, you got to operate off of some processes that are going to give you the end result. And what I mean by that is listing every day, taking photos, customer service, accounting, shipping, all the things that go into a reselling business, sourcing as many times as you can. Those are the procedures and processes that are going to enable you to be a successful reseller, and more specifically on eBay. So, and I learned this the first year and a half is like figuring this all out. I don't think you're going to jumpstart and get right into it and hit success right away, because we all live in different areas. We're all selling different items, but those are the things that you need to figure out first for you to be a successful full-time reseller. This is a Vineyard Vines on-the-go performance button-up shirt. It is a size extra large, and I just listed this about 3 weeks ago, and it sold for full price of $34.95 plus shipping. I'm not picking up all Vineyard Vines, but when you see the on-the-go performance button-ups, kind of the stretchy nylon material, I'll pick those up, and especially at a size extra large. And we had this Papa John's men's hoodie sold for $18 best offer. It was a size extra large, and you're probably wondering, Why would you pick up a Papa John's employee hoodie? Come to find out, employee stuff sells, especially if it's from like a major brand. Papa John's is a major pizza company, you know, nationwide. So someone out there needs an employee hoodie. Picked this up about 3 weeks ago and it sold for okay price. So shout out Marcus for putting us all on to employee stuff. It does sell and you're just probably not gonna wanna spend too much for these items, but $3 to $5. Man, another item I just listed probably about a week ago. This is a North Face pants, size 38, 34, extra large. They are convertible, so they zip into pants or shorts. They were cargo, but the model number is kind of what's important here, and I think that that was the contributor to it selling fast. So I looked up the style code, and it came out that these are called the Roan convertible belted cargo pants. So I added that into my title as a keyword, and it sold pretty quick, so that is a nice sale. And you probably want to know what they sold for. They sold for $26 plus shipping. So I want to get into some viewer comments that came on the channel over the weekend, and this is about the podcast I did with Sean and Bethany, Trash Pandas, and it was a great interview. Learned lots, and this is a good comment, a great takeaway by Edson. He says, the entire interview was full of great information. Bethany and Sean seem to be an amazing couple, hunger for success, and which very few have in them. Although I've been selling on eBay for years, I'm new to reselling clothes, and I want to thank Bo for putting on such a great interview. Not only did I learn a lot from Bethany and Sean, it also encouraged me to get out of my comfort zone and start building my eBay store and YouTube channel. I want to document my journey as a new clothing reseller. Thank you again. Keep up the good work. Yes, I hope that that was helpful for a lot of people. It's good to really learn from other people's stories. We can resonate and really reflect and relate into people's stories. You know, I didn't go to college for this. I don't have any specialized background in reselling in particular. And if you learn about a lot of people's story and seeing where they came from and where they are now, it should be inspirational and inspiring to you guys that you can do this too. It's just going to take a couple processes and systems you got to put in place to really see the good results come through. So I'll maybe link the podcast down below if you guys missed it. A lot of good gold nuggets and tips in there for a lot of beginners to learn from and maybe start to apply some of those tips. This is an American Eagle extra large tall, kind of a floral Hawaiian print button-up shirt, sold for a best offer of $14 plus shipping. I don't pick these up very often. I picked it up from the Goodwill outlet a couple months back, probably about 3 months ago. It's an Abercrombie & Fitch sleeveless romper, but it did sell today for $21.95. The only reason why I don't really pick up rompers very much is not only is it difficult to photograph on my photo station over there, oftentimes, for me anyways, they can get returned because the measurements are usually off. Maybe it's just my fault, but I'm happy that this sold anyway. I'm probably all into this item a couple dollars. All right, so I think we're seeing a theme here. A lot of items that I just listed are selling right away, which is a beautiful thing to see. These are some Bonobos denim jeans, ring spun denim. So these sold for $22 on a best offer plus shipping. That SKU number is pretty recent, so maybe 2 to 3 weeks old. But yeah, loving seeing these faster sales coming through. Just want to give you guys a quick sneak peek of what's been going on in the store. I think this is helpful for a lot of people who are following along. I have been picking up and paying up and putting better items in my store for the past 2 months, and you can see here we're up. I'm listing about 560 items each month, and you can see we're selling about 600 a month, and then the numbers just keep climbing. So up about almost 25%, which is just a beautiful thing to see. I'm loving it, and I'm excited to continue to just show the progress along. And I know you guys could do this as well. Just focus on picking up better items, the best that you possibly can. Kind of crazy to still be selling jackets, but I'll take it. This North Face jacket just sold. Pretty plain, you know, nothing too special about it. It does actually have like a little spot on the front here. It's very light. You could barely see it. But the nice thing about it is it's a 3XL. So this is a nice North Face jacket and sold for $29.95 plus shipping. I'll take that, especially this time of year. Now I want to get into the second thing that I found most important, and everyone's top 3 is going to be different, especially, because we all live in different areas, we all experience different things, but these are the things that I experienced that helped me the most. And there was many more than just 3, but here's the second one, and it kind of relates to the first, but setting a schedule. What is the first thing that you get when you work and apply at a job is a schedule. And why would it be any different when you're working on an eBay or any reselling business? Any business is you have to set a schedule. You need to figure out when is a good time to get started during the day, when is a good time to go out sourcing, when is a good time to take the photos, etc., etc. How many of you guys that are full-time have a set schedule? And if you don't have a set schedule, why not? A schedule enabled me to know exactly when to do it, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, and it allowed me to figure out when I was available and when I wasn't available. When you don't set a schedule for yourself, it means that you're letting kind of like life just pull you along wherever it goes. When you have a set schedule, you know exactly what to say yes to, you know exactly what to say no to. So setting a schedule for me was so helpful, especially with a family and 4 kids. I need to know when exactly I'm available and when I'm not available. So I encourage you guys that want to go full-time, setting a schedule as early as possible in your journey can be so helpful for you to grow your business and for you to have a little bit of more discipline imposed upon you in your business. This is a good one here. These are some vintage Ben Davis chino pants, skateboard brand. They were called the Yellow Label, Gold Label edition. These were just listed a month ago, and I listed them for $99. That's kind of like what the market was going for. And they took, they didn't take long to sell at all. I took a best offer of $75 plus shipping. So if you ever find usually anything Ben Davis out there, shorts, the shirts, the chino pants, they're usually going to be a pickup. These were really faded and weren't even in the best condition, but I'm happy I did pick them up. So yeah, look out for Ben Davis. So I used to pick up a ton of plus size tops. This is one of them. This is a women's Willow Bay vintage button-up shirt. It is a size 4X and it sold for $17.95 plus shipping. This was listed about, I would say about 3 months ago, 2-3 months ago. So a nice fast sale right here. Here's another plus size top. This is a Coldwater Creek women's 2X blouse and also listed about 2 to 3 months ago, sold for $19.95 plus shipping. That is the one benefit to picking up the plus size tops, plus size dresses, is typically the sell-through rate on these items are pretty good. And you thought we were done with plus size tops. Well, no, we're not. This is a Catherine's women's blouse, size 2X, sold for $22.34 plus shipping, and as well was listed a couple months ago. So not a bad sale. These are some Polo Ralph Lauren chino pants, but these are size 44B, so the extra big size. These sold also relatively quickly within a month. I listed them at $29.95 and they sold on a best offer of $20 plus shipping. All right, another comment by Angie Serendipitous. I think I butchered that, but shout out to you, thank you. She says, thank you so much for all your content and your willingness to spread your knowledge to others is amazing. I have been reselling part-time for about 6 months and because of your help, my business is starting to take off. Thank you. That is literally the whole point and purpose of the channel, is to document the journey, show the ups and downs, and help a lot of the people that are either wanting to get started or maybe they're doing this part-time and want to go full-time. I'm just really trying to provide as much value in each one of these videos as possible, and my whole goal is to help people quit their 9-to-5 job and get into reselling full-time as a business, becoming a business owner. Nothing is better than owning your time and valuing your time and giving back to others. It's very fulfilling, but I appreciate comments like that. That's what keeps me going and is the whole purpose of this channel. Why do you guys like eBay?
Yeah.
Is eBay good?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Good.
What do you think? Has eBay been good?
Yeah.
What do you think about eBay?
I don't know.
This is a white cotton dress by the brand Vince. This sold on a best offer of $17, and it did take a while to sell. This had been listed for about 6 months. These are some women's Torrid super baggy pants. They are size 00, and these were listed about 3 months ago, and they sold for full price of $21.95 plus shipping. All right, this is a men's Tommy Bahama extra large jacket. It's kind of just a lightweight jacket, sold for full asking price of $27.95 plus shipping. I think selling jackets this time of year, if you can, any sale is a win because just the volume and the search traffic, if you go to Google Trends or look on Terapeak, just not a lot of people are buying jackets and jeans and sweaters in the next couple months. So if you could sell a jacket for full price right now, that's a win. Sold this men's blazer that came from a storage unit buyout I did nearly 2 years ago now. The brand is Cesar del Prado. It is a size 38, 100% wool, new with tags. Not exactly a bolo or anything like that since it took 2 years to sell. I don't think a lot of people pick up stuff with the intention for it to sell in 2 years, but if that's your business model, then hey, that's great. So I don't sell a ton of blazers, but this sold not for a lot of money, $15 plus $12.95 shipping. So generally, like a good rule of thumb, unless it's an amazing brand, the bigger the size, like a 50, 54, 56 in blazers is just going to be a faster sell-through rate. All right, this is a brand I pick up all the time, and it is Levi's. These are the 514s, so not exactly the best model. These are some chino pants, so they're not even denim jeans, but they sold pretty quick. On a best offer of $14.50 plus shipping, and these hadn't been listed more than a month and a half. So that is a nice fast sale right there. They are size 29-30, also not even a good size. All right, so this is a men's Lucky brand thermal shirt, size large, new with tags. Came from that storage unit buyout almost 2 years ago, sold on a best offer of $17.47 plus shipping. All right, a great sale here. This is an REI Co-op men's pants, but I put the style code in and that popped up that these are the Trail Made Utility Nylon Cargo Pocket Performance Pants. These were listed at just 2 weeks ago and they sold for full price of $27.95 plus shipping. So look up the style codes, people. They're gonna greatly help and give you a better chance at not only getting more for your product, but it's selling faster. So taking the extra time to look up the style code on some of these newer models, REI, North Face, Patagonia, LL Bean, can greatly enhance everything that we're looking for. So taking the extra time is worth it. All right, another storage unit sale here. About 1.5 years to sell on this one. Some Calvin Klein men's chino pants called the Mercer. They are a size 29-30, new with tags, sold actually for $19.97 plus shipping. Here are some men's Timberland cargo pants. These were also a 2-year-old listing right here from that storage unit. These are size 30-32. Actually sold for $29.97 plus shipping. So other than it selling, taking 2 years to sell, I'm happy with the price in which they sold for. This is like one of my first purchases last year for doing retail arbitrage, getting into it. These are some Uggs. Interesting. These are the Numel Suede Desert Boots, size 9. I think I paid like $9.99 for these at a Ross, and they sold for $31.95, and they took about 8 months to sell. So learning lesson here is that I would not pick these up next time, but still made a little bit of profit. Here's a brand that's kind of gone downhill recently over the last year, and the brand is Beta brand. These are some men's corduroy pants. They didn't take long to sell at all, probably within about a month, and they sold for $18 plus shipping. I stopped picking up women's Beta brand stuff, and they have to be priced right if I'm picking up men's Beta brand, but used to be able to probably get 20 plus, 25 plus for these, but I'm just happy to move them along for $18. Right now I want to talk about the most important thing that I learned in these last 3 years as a full-time reseller, and that has been foundational for me going full-time and generating a full-time income on eBay, and that is sourcing. Sourcing, what I believe is the most important aspect to your reselling business. And not just sourcing anything, but sourcing the best items possible. Why this is important? Because you could source anything. You could turn $1 into $10, but it may take 5 years to do that. The focus being to be able to source the best items that you possibly can. And the best for me may not be the best for you. What I consider good for me is going to be different for you. Good for me is that the item has a 30% sell-through rate and above, and that the average sale price is going to be $10, $20 profit and above. So those are the metrics that I've set in my store, and I believe that if you can set the right metrics that you're willing to make on your items, that's going to be a key indicator for you going forward. So when you go out sourcing, you know exactly what to pick up and what to leave behind. Everyone's metrics are different. Some people love turning $1 into $10 and taking 2 years. For me, my business model has completely changed, and I do believe that sourcing the best items possible are the #1 indicator for you to be successful as a reseller. That means you may need to go out sourcing every day, twice a day. Putting sourcing at the forefront of your business is going to allow you to get full-time results. The days are long gone where sourcing whenever you feel like it is over, and that's what I used to do. When I first started, I just sourced when I needed to. Now I need to source and source and source is my top priority, and not just anything, but the top products possible that I can possibly find in my area. And if I were to leave you guys with anything, that would be that #1 thing that I would focus on the most, especially when just starting out, is figuring out a sourcing route, what thrift stores are having their discounts, where can I find discounted items, rag houses, estate sales, junk removal services, whatever it may be, but putting the sourcing aspect of your business is top priority, because your sourcing life is going to dictate your reselling life. If you don't care about sourcing, then you're not going to be reselling, at least very well. And that's going to be different for everyone, but those are the top 3 things that I would say are the most important lessons that I've learned in about 3 to 3.5 years of full-time reselling. This is a men's Quicksilver studded belt, also from the storage unit. This took, I think I listed it probably last year, so it took about a year to sell, but it sold for full price of $19.95 plus shipping. All right, I've been really gravitating to more Ralph Lauren stuff, especially since, my thrift store has a lot, and it seems like a lot of resellers pass it up. But the thing and the key is bigger sizes. So for example, this is a Ralph Lauren plaid, just a cotton button up, but it's a 3XB. The reason we go for those is because the sell-through rates are a lot higher. So this one in particular, there are 3,000 listed and 2,700 sold used, and then there is 700 listed and 670 sold new. So this is a new with tags Ralph Lauren 3XB cotton button up. I listed it for $64.95 2 weeks ago and took a best offer over the weekend of $40 plus shipping. So if you can find the extra big sizes, even 3XL, 2XL, but the extra big sizes, the sell-through rates are super strong, and I would highly recommend picking them up for the right price. I don't pick up a ton of hats, but I do if they're new and they are Boston Marathon especially. This is an Adidas Climalite Boston Marathon hat. Picked these up for $1. I grabbed a couple. This is the last one, and it sold for full asking price of $19.95 plus shipping. This was listed about 2 months ago. This is a men's fossil belt, also from that storage unit, sold in about a year, and I took a best offer of $15 plus shipping on this one. These are some Abercrombie & Fitch men's jeans, new with tags, but they are slim, skinny model, so not exactly on trend. These were listed almost 2 years, and they sold on a best offer of $15 plus shipping. If you guys have questions or comments, leave them down below because I'm here to help you grow your business. You can reach out to me on Instagram, and you can also just comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer any question you may have. You can also check down in the description where I have some resources that can help you grow your business and enable you to go further faster. I appreciate you all. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next one.